Hello and welcome to a new crafting video this time. So if I open my stash, and as you can see we did spend all our money for this craft, so hopefully it does work out. So we have 120 corroded, sanctified, hollow fossils and a 3-socket resonator. And we have our base over here, which is 86 spide gloves with shaper and warlord. We are gonna make an upgrade to our gloves, and we're gonna try to make something very insane that's probably even mirrored here if it works out. So first of all, craft of exile, of course, to see what the best odds is of getting what we want. And what we first want to hit for this craft is an abyssal socket and culling strike. The abyssal socket is of course guaranteed with a hollow fossil, the only way to get it. And then culling strike, which is a warlord mod, and it's a pretty rare mod. So as you can see, you can choose the fossil optimizer to give you like the best odds of hitting it, but then here's the cost efficiency. Now you kind of have to check yourself, since there's availability in fossils, the price has to go up quickly, especially for hollow fossils. I think we bought out the whole market almost, so there's that. And also the 4-socket resonators, they're very expensive, so these 4-socket resonators for the slight increase in odds isn't worth it. So we went with this 3. Which we could have done frigid, hollow and scorched as well, which would have been maybe a few exiles cheaper, but it's a 1 in 162 chance instead of 1 in 117 chance. So I think it's better odds this way. So these are the fossils, and this is what we want to hit. Now I'm gonna open up the spreadsheet real quick of the prices we paid. So you can see hollow fossils, of course, being quite expensive, but actually quite affordable this league. I remember them in the past being way more expensive than that. So total cost 61 exalts. Now I didn't include my base, since there's a good chance we still hit something with the abyssal socket. Without coin strike, that is still very good, so we might be able to sell that and buy another base. So I'll see with the crafting. I'm gonna bring a PoE since as you can see these are the mods you can hit. So we want to hit culling strike, of course, and the abyssal socket, which is guaranteed. And now the other issue is we need a suffix that we can either remove with harvest crafting, or no suffix, even better. So anything you see here that has no tag next to it, that will pretty much need to be annulled with a 1 in 3 chance. But the ideal outcome is that we get something with one of these tags, like attack modifiers, caster modifiers. So of course you can get hunter, but you get the idea. Caster here, and these two would be bad, and then these would be fine. And same here, I think attributes, rarity. You also can't remove mana, unfortunately, and reduce the attribute requirements. All the other ones will be fine, because we can just remove those with harvest crafting pretty easily. And then I'll talk about what we do after we get our base. So let's just start with this.
Hands out is bleeding, when your heart's bleeding, and all you can see is red. Till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then, or what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said.
And oh, we actually hit a decent pair of claws here. Not the culling, but we do have tier 1 flat fist, tier 1 life, and the abyssal socket. I think I'm gonna try and annul that slower proj, since you can't remove it with harvest crafting. So I'll do that now. And we actually hit the annul, so that's nice. So I'm gonna go get another pair of gloves and continue then.
It's suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
And as I was about to lose hope, we did actually hit it. And on top of that, we even have an empty suffix and an empty prefix, which is really good to continue crafting. We still have about 36 fossils, but for now we have the base we want to work with. So we'll see what we do next. Probably get rid of the slower proj first. So I'll see you again when we're ready. So I've decided that the next step is to remove the prefixes. At first I was going to try and save the hybrid life, because I thought I would want double life modes on this, but I don't. I think I've decided that I'm going to go for just regular life and flat fizz, and then keep an open prefix. So what we're going to do now is suffixes cannot be changed, and now we can just scour this item down. So there we go, looks pretty nice at the moment. So what I'll actually do now is I'll craft attack speed on here. This is just temporary since I do planning to get actual attack speed on here. So tier 1 roll goes to 16%, but for now it's just to lock in my suffixes, so I can start working on the prefixes, which pretty much is going to harvest craft, add life modifier, and then I can just keep doing remove life, add life until I hit tier 1 life. And the same goes for the other modifier, which is flat fizz, which I can just keep doing add fizz, remove fizz until I hit tier 1 flat fizz. Now it does sound easy in theory, but I'm pretty sure it will take me quite a few tries. I might buy some crafts for it, well, once I make some money, of course, since we're gonna need to put this progress on pause for a bit. But that's going to be the plan. And then after that, once we got both our prefixes, we can craft a prefix on there and then work on the suffix, which is pretty much going to be add speed modifier and remove speed until we hit the tier 1 attack speed, and then the gloves should be finished. So sounds easy, but it's probably going to take a long time to finish them. So I'll see you again once we have some crafts. And I actually found that I already have a fizz augment myself, so we're gonna start with this and hopefully hit flat fizz right away. We did hit flat fizz. Unfortunately it is the lowest tier possible, so now we're gonna need to remove fizz, add fizz to get that fixed. So I'll be right back. And checking my stations, I even have an augment life modifier. And we've had remove one as well, so we're gonna augment and hopefully we hit tier 1 life, which, oh my god, again the lowest tier possible. A very bad start, I guess, to the crafting. We'd ever remove a random life modifier, add a new life, so maybe we hit higher. We did hit higher, but still nowhere near high enough. So now pretty much all we need to keep doing is remove life, add life, and remove fizz, add fizz, until both those rolls are at tier 1 ideally. So I'll see you again when I have some craft. Change of plan actually on the gloves, since I was gonna leave the attack speed as the last mod to work on, but turns out that augmenting a speed modifier or adding and removing a speed modifier costs about 7 exals each time, which would be way too expensive. So I'm just gonna over here let my friend remove the fizz modifiers. So it would be way too expensive doing it that way, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to remove my prefixes first, with just remove fizz, and then I'm going to put some prefixes on there that aren't attack modifiers. So there you go. So what I'm going to do now is I need to remove the other fizz mod, of course, from here first. Which is another 50 chaos, which is what they're going for, and then I'm gonna need to put 2 prefixes on here that aren't attack mods, that I can also remove later. So most likely I can just put life on here or something else that is easily removable, and then after that we can start working on the attack speed, which the way I'm gonna do it actually is by augmenting with attack first and then removing and adding attack until we hit tier 1 attack speed, which is probably worse odds than speed modifiers, but it's not too much worse, and it's also a lot cheaper to do it that way, since removing and adding attack modifiers are a lot cheaper than a speed modifier. So I'll see you when we progress with the craft. So the first one, since I have a caster augment anyway, the only thing you can hit is spell damage with this, so I'm gonna put that on there for now. So there you go. So later on that spell damage is gonna get removed. It's just for now that we can work on them. and I'll go and get another remove fizz. So I did just buy a remove fizz modifier for 50 kills. If you don't know, actually, there's this Discord, it's the Forbidden Trove, and you can just, well, there's a vouching system, so of course if you do trade at someone, make sure to vouch them. But if you go here to harvest, services willing to sell, willing to buy, so pretty much here you can just scroll, and a lot of people are posting what mods they have and the prices for them. Now I personally only really go trade with the blue or even this, so as you can see, this is a trusted province. There's even awakened service providers, so you can see there's quite a few people with vouchers in here, like this names, for example, trusted service providers. But it doesn't mean that the other guys will scam you. It's just with expensive items, I rather trust the people who already have quite a few vouchers under their belt, so that's how I'm getting them. Lastly, we just, after removing that fizz, we're gonna augment it with a life modifier, just making sure. And there we go, 57 life. That's definitely getting rerolled later on. So now all there is to do is craft a prefix, and after that we need to augment it with an attack modifier. I'm trying to get the attack speed, so for now I'll just put any random prefix. Now the only thing is, it doesn't need to be an attack modifier. We're actually gonna put armor on there for now. So we have no attack modifier prefixes and no attack modifier suffixes. So now once we attack modifier augment this, we have a decent chance to get attack speed. And if we do remove and add attack modifier, and the only thing it can change is the modifier it just added. So we need to keep doing that until we hit the tier 1 attack speed. So for now, I'm just talking over this clip real quick. It's one of the trades I did to buy an augment attack modifier. So pretty much what I'm gonna do now is just keep buying, add and remove attack modifiers till I hit the mod I need. It's been quite a few tries till I hit it, so I'm probably just gonna skip those. Same for the other times, I'm just gonna be skipping until I hit the mod I need. But if anything changes in the crafting project, I will make sure to let you know. And this guy actually hit the attack speed on the reroll. I was pretty happy because it did take me about 10 tries, I think, to hit it. So as you can see, we did actually manage to hit the attack speed from buying the harvest crafts. I think it took me around 10-ish, I didn't exactly count, but the final guy had 3 of them and he hit it on the last one. Pretty happy with that. So what we're gonna do now is remove a caster mod, which should only remove the spell damage here. Remove a random cast. Oh, this is also add, so we cannot do that. We need only remove, which I thought I had one. So at this point I had a friend who removed the caster mod on them. Then I blocked the fizz damage leashed as life, so we can't hit that with the fizz augment anymore. And then here we go, my friend actually hit the tier 1 flat fizz. So that's very nice. As you can see from the last clip, we did buy remove add life, and the person managed to hit tier 1 life, which is absolutely insane. So all that's left to do now is randomize the numeric value, since all the other rolls are already good. We just need to get the life roll maxed, randomize the numeric value, and we're gonna do this until we hit 89 life. So hopefully we do have enough crafts here. 89, and there we go. And the gloves, all that's left to do now is get the correct craft on them. After a long time, we actually have some progress on the gloves. I was currently farming Betrayal to get the white sockets, but while I was setting up my board, I managed to get Hillock 3 in fortification. So we're gonna get 28 quality here. Nothing really fancy for these gloves, it's just a little bit of min-maxing on them. 28 quality is better than 20. So that was it. This is now like a day later already. Since I've pretty much been farming Betrayal, I've used all my missions almost. I just have a new one since I just woke up and the day reset. But unfortunately we don't have the 3 whites yet, so I'm gonna still need to keep working on that. And the last thing we still need as well is probably get an enchant on here, so just run lab, get an enchant on there, and then the gloves should be finished. So pretty happy with the progress. Of course you can change the craft, it's an open prefix. I'll probably put damage while leeching, which I think is better than this one, for my build at least. So there's that. And we also still have these gloves you might have forgotten about, but these are the first ones we hit actually when we annulled them, and still have a 3 mode. That's pretty good. So I don't know what I'll do with these yet. Probably just finish crafting them and sell them. And these are the gloves I'll use for my build. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned a thing or two maybe with crafting, with harvest crafting at least. It's pretty overpowered. And I'll see you again with some more crafting.